Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin as we're heading into the weekend. Yeah, Bitcoin did start a small rally towards the end of the day with low volume overall, however, and not unexpected. In the previous videos, we talked about both the yellow and the orange wave counts. They are both taking us into the area between 22 and 24K, so 22,000 to $24,000 targets in both of these wave counts. The relevant resistance area that we should use to focus on the downside is still between 27,200 and 27,620. Talked about that in the previous videos today, and Bitcoin seems to get there now, and it seems to me that the orange count is indeed getting more likely. We had a small trend line on the chart. I did take that off now because it broke anyway to the upside. That was our signal that the wave 4 could have started, and I think it was a timely signal. We talked about that trend line in the previous videos, and yeah, it seems like the orange wave 4 is playing out here. For the yellow count, it's a little bit too strong, that retracement, but I will not rule the yellow wave count out. But if we go a little higher and finish off that C wave maybe on the weekend, then yeah, the orange wave count is clearly in control. However, to remain the downside pressure alive, we need to stay below 27,620 or 623. So overall, I see this currently only as corrective rally. Would have to change the overall interpretation on the chart or about the chart if there is a break above 27,620. So normally a wave 4, we don't want such a wave 4 to be, let's say, more pronounced than the 61.8 retracement. We don't want it to break that level. Now, in the previous video, I mentioned to you that we like to see a healthier wave 4 that might take a few days, and in which Bitcoin might take the weekend, to complete that wave 4. That was the idea. The reason is that Bitcoin likes to create a wave 4 that is sort of similar length than the wave 2, and that would fit perfectly here. So Bitcoin likes to do that. Cryptos generally like to do that. So wave 2 and wave 4 roughly the same length, not in terms of the retracement by price, but more like the time length. Timing is very unreliable when we talk about Elliott Wave, but it is still just something that we can use to understand visually if we're dealing with a healthy wave 4. Okay, so obviously we need something to determine, does it have the right look? The right look is very important in Elliott Wave, and we don't want a very, very shallow wave 4 or a very short wave 4 time-wise compared to a wave 2. So it's really good to see that larger, let's say, corrective rally. I mean, eventually not much is happening, right? But we want to see a more pronounced wave 4. That gives us a bit of a landmark orientation of where we are on the chart. And if the price pushes a little higher, then I will take the yellow count here off the chart, at least the subdivision. And we seem to be moving down here in some kind of a diagonal pattern, which eventually, should take us into the region between 22 and 24K, as I said. So at the moment, in the short term, looks like this ABC structure, or might turn into a WXY. So this C wave might have formed a wave 1, a wave 2, maybe we see the wave 3 on the weekend, then a 4 and a 5, all playing out in this C wave. Target for the C, we can take the length of the A wave, then we go to the low of the B wave, and we would typically here look at the 1.618 extension, 27,220, but they can always extend a little longer. I mean, it's just sort of a guideline, okay? Because the 1-to-1 ratio is already broken, so that would be the logical next one. But I mean, if it's a wave 4, it can turn into all sorts of complex structures. I always start with tracking an ABC structure, but let's assume it's doing the ABC. Does that mean the wave 4 is over? No. We need to see a break below the last swing low, ideally, which is at 26,655. So if that level breaks, we have some confirmation that the fifth wave to the downside has started. But it can always be that this ABC structure might just be a wave W of a larger WXY. Then we do an X and a Y, and then we have a very healthy wave 4 that might have played out over the weekend. That's something that I could think of. But certainly, I think we need to prepare for consolidation within resistance on the weekend. We also have this trend line coming down there, which acts obviously as additional resistance level in the Fibonacci resistance range. Yeah, not much more to add. So hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. As a channel member, you get the weekly live stream. On Sunday, we do the next one. Yeah, member live streams. We cover educational topics as well as member coin requests, as well as you also get access to the Discord and Telegram chat rooms. In there, we have a lot of educational content as well. And also check out the Gold membership if you're interested in short-term market updates and Elliott Wave signals. Also, if you're interested in anything else than crypto, for example, the S&P 500 and some stocks updates. Last week, we launched our S&P and stocks service. So if you're interested in daily S&P updates plus selected stocks, then you can find the link in the video description. Have a great weekend. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.